So tell me, have you guys messed around with Jasper since I did the training the other day? Anybody use Jasper? Oh my gosh, I just found the comments, you guys. I was waiting for him to pop on my phone. I cannot stand this going live on Facebook with Zoom and you can't see anything. Okay. Yuri says you did. You actually just signed up and created your first description. I know, it is unbelievable. I keep telling my kids, you guys don't understand how good you have it. Because we were talking about something the other day. Oh, yesterday I was telling my son, he's 11, that when I was younger, we had to go to the library and get an encyclopedia and like look through the letters and find the answer. Like he just thought that was just unreal that we had to actually drive to the library and look things up on paper. He goes, oh, I just Google it. Like, oh my gosh. So this Jasper thing is really going to change the way that product-based and service-based business owners can run their business. Because like I said the other day, I used to pay an English teacher during her summer break. She would come in and write my product descriptions for me for my website, because I didn't feel like that was an area that I was strong in, and it was very time consuming. So I paid her an hourly wage. Then I had to pay payroll taxes and everything else that comes along with having an employee, right? So it really cut into my profits. And this thing is just unbelievably helpful. And the price point of it is just amazing. Okay, you watched it? Yes, lots of practice. Oh, Jenny, did you get the app? Have you started using it? Let me grab the link for you guys. I have a new link that's probably a little bit easier. I'm going to drop it in the comments here and you can grab it. go.karinahatton.com/Jasper. That's my link. It'll give you 10,000 free credits. And so what this thing does is when you run it, and I'll show you guys in a second, those of you that weren't on the other day, but when you run it, it's going to give you a certain amount of words each month. And so I have never run out of words. I don't know if it like goes up by itself or if it asks you if you want to increase your words. I think you can tell it. I feel like I was in there and you can tell it like just automatically increase or to ask me first. But 10,000 is enough to get some stuff done, especially with product descriptions. You're not using like a ton of words for that. But what we're going to do today is look at blog posts, because this blew my mind. So let me share my screen. Okay, so if you weren't here the other day, Jasper is this amazing AI software app that I found about a year ago. I use it every single day. I've used it multiple times today already. And if you missed the training, go watch it. We talked about product descriptions. Let me see here. Oops. We talked about product descriptions. They're under the e-commerce one. Now I have the boss mode. So you have access to more stuff with boss mode, and it's not that much more than the regular, like the lower priced option. So I would say get boss mode if you want to have full access. But here under e-commerce, you can go to product description. We were popping these in the other day. I'll go into the history, like you can see what it popped out just very briefly. We put in breast cancer awareness t-shirt, and all I said was comfy fit, natural length. And it popped out 3 different product descriptions to put in there. And they're really good, you guys. You'll want to check them. Like sometimes it will assume things, you know, that aren't true. So you do have to check it because it's a machine, right? But super easy. At this point, you're just an editor, right? You're not having to come up with this stuff like out of your head, which is just exhausting, especially when you have lots and lots of products. I like that you can change the tone of voice. It gives you some examples: witty, friendly. I don't know why you would do angry unless you're just trying to be funny. Polite, professional. So usually I use friendly, happy, excited, and witty. Those are the ones that I use a lot. So they just added this. This wasn't here the other day. It says AI outputs, and you can literally go here and see, you guys see how much stuff I've done, almost 2,000 things I've generated with this product since I've had it. I am writing so much stuff. The email I sent you guys earlier about this class that I'm doing, I wrote with Jasper. The subject line that I used came from Jasper, you guys. This is speed writing blog posts, and then I kind of changed this up a bit, but that is where I got my subject line. Okay, so today we're talking about blogs, and there is a little bit of legwork that you have to do in order to figure out like your keywords and stuff like that. That's a little bit longer training. So that is something I'm doing in the Ecom Academy on, I believe it's July 14th or 15th. It's coming up. And so if you're not in the Academy, check it out. My team can drop the link in here. It's $47 for your first month. Tons of stuff that you get with it. But we are doing a full-blown blog training in there. But for today, I'm just going to show you how to use Jasper. So if you go into the documents section over here, and you have to have boss mode to do this, I believe. Let's see here. So you can see all of these blog posts that I have written, right? So I'll show you one of them. Why don't you guys give me a topic that you want me to write about? So I click new. And then I don't usually start from scratch. I do blog post workflow. And so this is where I put my little phrase. So let me go back over to Facebook and see what you guys said. Somebody dropped me like a topic that I can use, and I'll throw that in there. So just pick, it needs to be like, I don't know, 3 to 5 words maybe of what we can write a blog post on. You can see I was doing Jasper work earlier. It's actually taking a class because it does so much stuff that I'm learning more and more every single day. And I will definitely be teaching you guys some of that stuff. I honestly did not know I could blog in this until a couple months ago. And I've been using it for, I would say, almost a year. And I didn't have boss mode. So I didn't know that I could do blogs. And I watched the training and I was like, okay, my mind's blown. I'm upgrading and I'm starting my blog back up. Okay, fall fashion trends. So let's do this. Okay, fall fashion trends. You can put in keywords, but I usually leave that blank. So I hit save, and then I'm just going to hit generate ideas and just let Jasper come up with it, because it is, what Jasper does is it scrapes the internet and it puts all of that into its database, and then it's looking for like keywords like SEO wise. So this is amazing for your SEO. If you're using Jasper, it's kind of refined to have good SEO. You'll see though, and I've noticed this too, that it does pull from old data, recent data too, but there's a lot of older data. So sometimes it'll have like an older year in there. And so I avoid those. Or when you get into the next step, you'll have to change the year. So today, let's pick, let's see, fall fashion trends, how to stay stylish this. I like fall instead of autumn. Let's see. How about fall fashion trends? What to wear this season? So you just click use this one. And then I don't usually put anything in here, you guys, either. I just make it do all the work. So I'm going to hit generate ideas. Check this out. This is just the first paragraph. So the leaves are changing color and the days are getting shorter. It must be autumn. This season brings with it a whole new range of fashion trends to try. If you're not sure what to wear this year, don't worry, we've got you covered. In this blog post, we'll discuss some of the most popular fashion trends for fall 2017. Put on your favorite sweater and get ready to learn. You can literally just pick whichever you want or generate more ideas. Just remember that these are your credits. Each word is a credit. So you don't want to just randomly, like my husband was using this the other day and he used all his credits. He does songwriting, he writes music, and he came down. he was doing a free trial on this, and he came down and said he went through all his credits. So just keep in mind, he thought that he was paying for the words he put in, not the output. So the output is what is your credits. So keep that in mind. Okay, now I'm going to change, if you notice, I'm going to check out a couple things. It basically just took that and stuck it over here. Now I'm going to say 2022 because it's going to use what is above it to create new stuff below it. Fall fashion trends, which were the season, the brief on it's that you can add some stuff if you want to in there, but you don't have to. I'm going to say witty. Keywords, let's see, dress. I don't usually fill in keywords. I'm just going to put dress. We'll see what it does. Okay, then you click back over there and you can click next, and then you can start it off with what you want it to say. Like if you're reading this and naturally you think of something that should come next, you can put that in here. So let's see, in this blog post, we'll discuss some of the most popular, put on your favorite sweater. I'm just going to put the, okay, then you can tell it output length. So if you're wanting to kind of conserve your credits and words, you can do shorter, but I usually do medium. And I just hit that button and off it goes. First trend we will discuss is the dress. This year, dresses are all about comfort. You can expect to see a lot of oversized sweaters and leggings being worn as dresses. I don't know if that makes sense. If you don't like the idea of wearing a dress, don't worry. There are plenty of other options available. You could try pairing a cozy sweater with. Now see, it stopped there. So you hit compose again, and it's going to take off and write some more. A pair of jeans or leggings, or you could go for a more traditional look. Another popular trend is the return of the scarf. Okay. Scarves are a great way to add warmth and style. This year, we're seeing a lot of different colors and patterns. You can experiment with different looks by pairing a scarf. Wow, that's a really good idea, isn't it? Pairing it with a scarf or a dress or sweater, or you could try wearing it as a headband or around your neck. If you're looking for something more unique, you might want to try the trend of layering. This year, we are seeing a lot of people layering. I'm hitting the button to make it write some more. Layering different clothes to create a one-of-a-kind look. You could try layering a dress over a pair of pants or leggings, which we said that above, right? So I don't really like, I'm going to take out dress. You can see that it's super awesome though, but I don't like what it's doing here. So I'm going to, let's see. I'm just going to delete that because it was kind of duplicating it down below. So let me hit, see how I did that? And I'm going to leave your cursor next to it because it will create a space there. So I'm going to hit compose. Let's see. Oh, okay. The first trend we'll discuss is the return of the 80s. This decade was known for its bold fashion choices. And you know, this is true, you guys. It knows what it's talking about. Okay, however, don't go overboard. You don't want to look like you're stuck in the 80s. Another popular trend. Okay, you can see that it's kind of getting into the layering again. So I'm going to delete that and just go back up. Okay. These are just some of the trends. So now I'm going to finish it up with my conclusion. It always asks a question at the end, which I love. Be sure to check out our website for more fashion tips and advice. Thanks for reading. We don't need this stuff. We're going to delete that. And then sometimes it adds a little bit of extra on the end that I don't like. So I take that off. Okay. Now a blog post should be at least 300 words. So this is perfect. You can see in the top right that it says 366 words. They have Grammarly that you can connect to if you feel like you need that. They also have a plagiarism checker. This is something that if you're worried about it, you can do it. I don't do it because Jarvis, it doesn't take from one source and just copy it. It's taking from all the internet, right? And it's mixing it all up and taking the top content. So I don't use that. I just don't. So let me see how I get rid of that. Okay. All right, so this is how you do it. So pretty good, right? So you could literally pop that into your blog on your website. And then what you're going to do, I read that Shopify was not going to allow internal links anymore. Mary, I see that you're on here. Did you see that in something from Shopify recently? Yuri is asking, at what point does it use your credits? When it generates the words, it's using the credits. So let's see. So back to Jarvis, let me just tell you, regardless, right? Even if you can't link to something, this is SEO content that is going to get picked up by Google, and it's going to decide if, you know, it likes your content and wants to send you traffic based on these keywords that are in this. So you don't necessarily, if it's on your Shopify site, have to have links in here. You can literally just copy and paste this right into your blog. And what you're going to do is copy this, that's your title. And this is specifically created for SEO, right? So the first few words are what the keywords and what's important in a title. So you wouldn't want to say what to wear this season and then fall fashion trends. You want to have the keywords at the beginning of the title. So literally copy paste. So you saw how long that took, right? Isn't that crazy? Okay. Oh, maybe that's it, Mary. Maybe it's that Meta is not allowing links in your product descriptions. That might have been it, because I'm doing a test with them right now, a beta thing. Maybe that's where I read it. Okay, cool. So what questions do you guys have? What is the most exciting about this product? I was super excited about product descriptions, but the fact that I could bring my blog back to life was pretty cool, because writing a blog is a little bit hard for those of us that are not just natural born writers. And plus it's really super time consuming. So you saw how fast we did that blog, right? And so imagine if you were doing blogs, let's say a couple times a week even, right? So what that's going to do is that's going to help your SEO, but it's also going to put you into a position of authority with people that visit your website. They're going to see you as an authority when you're writing blogs. That's just what it does. Think about it. Blogs that you read them and you feel like those people know what they're talking about, right? So blogging is a super cool way to do both of those things. You've got the like, no trust factor. You've got the authority factor. You've got the SEO. I actually just did a blog for my husband yesterday. We already have traffic, you guys. I wrote 2 blog posts for his blog about gaming yesterday, and we already had 20 hits to the website. And all I did was publish the blog posts. I didn't even tell anybody it was there. So Missy, you're very interested? Yeah, I mean, and when it's super easy like this, there's no reason not to do it. Jenny, I'm actually blogging like every day now. And what you can do is, this is so cool. And what I have started doing, I'll show you my screen real quick, is when I have time, right? I will come in and generate the blogs, you know, when I have time, and then I will sit down and batch them. And like, if you do Shopify, you can open your store up and you can actually, let me see, I've got a store I'm working on right now for somebody. You can go in to your blog and you can create a blog post, and you can actually set the date for it to go live. So you could go in here and create the blog posts. Where was I? Go in here and create the blog posts in 30 minutes, and then come back later and go into your store and take maybe 20 minutes and post your title and your words and then tell it when you want it to go live. And it's super easy. And then check this out. They have an excerpt and they have edit website SEO, right? Well, if you go into Jasper and you go to templates, they have somewhere, you guys, I'm really bad at finding stuff in here, blog post, title and meta descriptions right there. You could put in your company, your blog post title. Let's just do it very quickly. Fall fashion trends, what to wear this season. I'm gonna have to go back. Hold on one second. Okay. And then let's just say fashion trends for fall 2022. I'm going to leave the keyword fall fashion trends. Let's see. It's asking what you want it to rank on. That's why it's asking you what the keyword is. Okay. So I'm just going to put my boutique name, my title, just a little blurb. You could post like the first paragraph of your blog post in there and then generate. Let's see what it tells us. Oh my gosh, there we go. So just pick one of these, see which one you like best, and then click on it and then just copy. So we would copy that, paste. This is what's going to show up in the search engine. And then right here, we're going to paste that into here. So see how it shows up in the search engines? Beautiful, huh? Looks very professional. You guys, this is crazy. So literally Jasper will write the blog post for you and then it will tell you what to put in there. So think about it. You could write in an hour, you could write your blog posts and put them on your website. Okay, let's see what you guys are saying. I would do a minimum 1 to 2 times a week with it being this easy, honestly, but yeah, I'm everyday blogging now. Yeah, Mary, this is a great source. And I just love the fact, not only, does it bring you traffic, but it also puts you guys in the position of authority on your website. Put your name as the writer. Don't stay behind the scenes, because I stayed behind the scenes the first 7 years of my business. I didn't show my face to anybody. I was just behind the scenes completely. And I think that was a mistake. Looking back, I should have been more in the face of the business. I think that would have made things, 8-10 years down the road better. Okay, Elizabeth, I was needing to redo all the descriptions on my website so they were SEO friendly. This looks like the perfect way so I don't fry my brain. Yeah, it's insane. It's addictive too. Like some of the ladies in the academy, I think they've been up at someone said, I think Bonnie, she was up at 4 a.m. and someone else said that they were up all night playing with Jasper just because it's so fun. Yvonne, can you use the same info to make content for YouTube? Yes, you can. So we actually took, let me see if I can find it. We actually took the training that I did yesterday and threw it on YouTube, the one I did in this Facebook group. So if you want, you'd have to make a video about it, right, Yvonne? So somehow you would have to take that content and do YouTube. Let's see. Let's see if it has any YouTube stuff on here. Okay, so it does have YouTube description. So you put in your title, the keyword you want to rank on, and the tone of voice, and it'll kick out a YouTube description. That's what you put in underneath your video, right? So you guys, this is, if people don't have this, you are going to blow them out of the water with the amount of stuff that you can get done. And I'm all about maximizing your time, right? I only spend time, like 99% of my time is spent on money generating activities. So if you see me researching or doing something, it has a payoff, right? I don't waste my time on stuff that does not hit my goals and get me where I want to be. And with this, I feel like you could, instead of playing down here, you could play up here, right? Because think of all your competitors that are trying to write their product descriptions and don't even have time to write a blog because they're too busy. And so it's on the back burner. Bonnie says she's still playing with it and she's in love. Yeah, that was Bonnie that said, I think you were up at 4 a.m. working on it, right? Robin, yes, it is total game changer. Jenny says she redid all her product descriptions and did an amazing job. And Google likes to see new content, right? So hopefully you're selling your products out within 30 days. That's what I teach in the academy. But let's say you make something. Let's say you're a maker and you make the same products over and over again, right? You want to, at least every 3 to 5 months, you want to go in and generate a new product description, because Google does not like stale words on a website. So you're about me. Go in every 3 to 6 months and redo it. And with this product, you're able to do that in no amount of time. So you want to be revamping. So you guys, we are all like going to be way ahead of the game, way ahead of everyone else. So do you have any questions, or do you want me to do a training on something else? Because I'm on fire about this product. I didn't even know, like I said, I didn't even know it did blog posting. I didn't even know how to do that until like a few months ago when I saw a training. And I've been using this thing for about a year now and not even using it to its full capacity at all. And I actually took a class today on some additional stuff that I'm going to bring to you guys later. I still haven't quite mastered it, but there's so much more stuff that you can do with it. Bonnie, I can't wait for you to blog either. And in the Academy blogging course, I'm going to show you there's some stuff to do before and after you actually create the words. And so we'll be going into all that because I've been working really hard on this, figuring out. My job is, I feel, to streamline things for you so that you are not all over the place. So come to me and I will just give you the straight path so that you don't waste your time. So I'm kind of refining that whole thing. And so I'm going to teach you everything that I've figured out so far. Okay, so who's got questions about Jasper or blog writing that I can answer? If you're watching the replay, let me know. Otherwise, let me know, what was your biggest takeaway from this training? And I'm going to grab the link here and I will drop it in here one more time for you guys. And this training will also be on YouTube. Hopefully it should be on YouTube by, I would think, Tuesday. We should have this training on YouTube. So you guys can go and find me on YouTube and watch it there too. Anybody? What was your biggest takeaway from this, or what like blew your mind? Let me pull you up here. Yes, Ryan is my YouTube, on my team YouTube. Claudia, I already revised my blog using Jasper. I already have 2 scheduled. Awesome. I am so excited for this, you guys, because this is going to start bringing in organic traffic to your websites. It is going to be amazing. Like I've told you several times, if you've been working with me for any length of time, you probably heard me say that I have a blog post that was written in 2016 that I still get traffic on every single week, like clockwork. So this is well worth your time Sheila says there's hope for dummies like me that I can learn to blog. Sheila, I've had blogging on my to-do list since 2013. So don't feel bad. Literally, like I would blog and then I'd be like, oh, I don't know what to write, and I would stop. So I was one of those off again, on again. And this is kind of like social media. You have to be consistent, because if I go to a website and their last blog post was in 2018, it makes me wonder, like, are they alive? What are they doing? Like, why did they quit blogging? Is something wrong? So this is something that you want to do. If you're going to do it at least once a week, at a minimum once a month. But once you see how easy this is, you just saw how easy, but once you actually do it for yourself, I think you're going to find that it's kind of addictive. Brenda says the time it takes to write a blog is a winner. Yeah, Brenda, totally. Mary says, looks so quick and easy to use. Can't wait to give it a whirl. Sheila says, I just typically ignore you when you talk about blogging because I'm not a writer. Yeah, I know. Like, I totally get it. Someone says, write a blog. And I'm like, oh, that would be fun. Like, I should do that sometime, right? Sheila used the descriptive part last night for entering new products. Yeah, this is unreal, you guys. I cannot wait. Start posting in the Academy group. Start posting some of your stuff that you create with Jasper if you sign up for it, because I want to see it, because this is totally, I hate it when people say it's a game changer, but I can't really think of another word. It's going to up level your game. Okay, love it. So if no one has any more questions, I'm going to jump off. Actually, I have one last question for you. Do you want me to do a training on any other piece of this? Hey, Suzanne. Yeah, we didn't know about it either until, like I've been using it for a year and I didn't know all of its capabilities. That or they just rolled these out. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's our new favorite thing to do. So tell me, did anyone see anything when I was poking around that you wanted me to do another training on? Let's see, we can do email writing. We can do, we did blogging, e-commerce, we did product description, SEO. We can do social media. It can produce Pinterest pin titles and descriptions, engaging posts, photo captions. Let's see. What else does it have here? Poll questions and answers. That's interesting. That would be good for engagement. Oh, video description for YouTube, but it's also got video titles, video script outline, video topic ideas that it'll pop out. It's insane. And I learned today that you can create recipes. And so I'm learning how to create recipes, and I have a programming background and it was a little confusing for me. I'm still like not fully processing. I mean, it looks a little, because I work with a lot of people that aren't tech savvy. Raise your hand if you're not tech savvy, type of me in there. And so in my mind, I'm learning this and I'm like, okay, it's like code. So I need to figure out how to teach you guys how to do it without it being overwhelming or confusing. And I know if it confused me initially, I need to dig in a little bit more before I try to teach you guys. But know that there is a thing called recipes where you can like give it commands and it will do multiple things at once. Like people are writing books with this stuff, with this AI, and nonfiction and fiction. So there's this whole world out there. So that's what I'm digging in on now, is the recipe side of it. And I'm not going to bring that to you until I get it figured out in a way that I can properly teach you. Okay. Jennifer, yes, I use this for emails. Okay, you want to do email writing? Elizabeth, that's a good question. How many words that you generated? I know with the blogging, like if you look at the blog, it tells you how many words. I think if I go into my settings, it's going to tell me my usage. So I have been blogging, you guys, you saw how much stuff I've been generating, and it says that I've Oh, it just started today. My billing cycle started today and I've already done 1,156 words. So I may be in trouble. That's 3 blog posts, right? So just keep in mind, if you're going to blog, each blog post should be at least 300 words. And so keep in mind that you get 10,000 credits for signing up. A credit is a word. No, Yuri, I've never used the 50,000 in 1 month, but I would like to, because that would mean that I'm like really like kicking stuff out, right? Sheila, I don't have time to cook either, and I really don't like to cook. I feel this, but I'm attempting to make homemade pita pockets today. You guys, I wonder if you could make actual recipes. Like, Mary, I know you send emails out with recipes. Somebody should go in and do like a blog post on how to like bake something and see if it comes out with like a really good recipe or if it's not making sense. I'd be curious about that. If you need something with 300 words, can you tell it that you need approximately 300? Or, okay, so Elizabeth, let me show you really quickly and then we'll wrap up. I could seriously hang out with you guys all day, but I have a mastermind meeting in 20 minutes. Okay, so if you go back in here and you go to your documents and I go into that blog post that I just created, you can tell it the output length right here on the left. So if you want to conserve your words, you can do shorter or you can do longer. I usually do medium. And you can see up in the top right corner how many words it's generated right there, 366. So that's super helpful. Let's see. Oh, it looks like you can highlight. Ooh, see, I didn't even know this, you guys. There's so much stuff. Highlight that and say rephrase it, fix the grammar, explain it to a 5th grader. That's pretty cool. So you can tell it shorter. And then also when you're in the templates, like I use this to write emails all the time. Like I said, I wrote the email I sent out earlier. Down here, you can say 3 outputs, 1 output. So if you're trying to conserve your words or credits, you could do 1 output and just see what it gives you. Sometimes I get crazy and I do like 5 or 6 outputs. But the good thing is, let me show you. If you get some output and it really just is not good, you can mark it as poor completion and it'll give you your credits back. Cool, huh? So I can say poor completion and it'll basically say sorry about that, you know, because it's just learning. Let's see, I'm just going to say poor completion so you can see, content's too old, but if I had just generated it, it would have given me my credits back for it. So that's good, right? Okay, let me find you again. Okay, cool. All right, well, I'll see if I can do a training on how I write emails and do subject lines. We'll see if I can figure out a time to do that. And if you have questions about Jasper, you can drop them in this link or in the comments here. And the link should be, I'll put the link in the description. And if you guys need anything, let me know. I think you'll love it as much as I do. And so I will see you guys soon. Bye.